Hello, everyone. As most of you are aware, I reported on my YouTube channel a month or so ago a couple of videos on fishing in James River and fishing in New River, specifically about the musky fishery and the smallmouth bass fishery in the James River and also in the New River. I also talked about catfishing a little bit in the James River. I reported in those videos that the smallmouth bass are in decline in those two fisheries, James River and the New River, and also reported that the muskies are on the increase in those fisheries. And I reported that the smallmouth bass were possibly in decline due to musky predation, probably on the bait fish that the smallmouth bass eat. As you're aware, in the New River fishery, all muskies above 40 inches have to be released. You can keep one a day, but all the others have to be released. And the smallmouth bass, also the big fish, have to be released above 20 inches. You can keep one a day of those. And you can't keep any between 14 and 20 inches of the smallmouth bass. Now that could have changed a little bit, but that's from my recollection based upon the what I've seen as far as game laws is concerned. I got some data here from Musky. This is Musky America. If you take a look at it, Musky America right there. It's published on the internet. It's actual musky length and weight chart based on 763 actual catches over 10 years. So I figured that I would compare that to the muskies caught in New River to see if there was really a difference. I mean, if all the bait fish are being eaten up by these big muskies and big smallmouths, then it would stand to reason that you would actually, the fish in the New River and the James River fishery would actually weigh a little less than they should due to the fact that there's a shortage of bait fish due to the increase in muskie and also the big muskies being released and the big smallmouths being released. And sure enough, that's exactly what I found. This is the actual data here from Musky America that's published on the internet, and I just made a copy of that and put that in this file here for you folks to see. This is length in inches right to left there, and then your weight comes down this way. So you see here at 40 inches, if you go down here, there were 6 caught at 14 pounds, 7 at 15 pounds, 16 at 16 pounds, and so forth. And if you total all these up, figure out the weights and so forth, and you do an average, you can get an average weight for a 40-inch fish as reported by Musky America. And I also can do the same thing from the data that I got out of the Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries website for their citation fish. So this is the rest of the Musky America data, and I'll go on down here and show you that actually what I got here based on the citations that reported out of New River for 40-inch muskie, and there was 80 citations total. The weight was 16.17 pounds, and that's an average weight. Over 80 catches there. And in Musky America, they also had 80 catches for 40-inch length fish, and the average weight was 16.8 pounds. So you can see the muskie in New River are a little bit light, and they're at the 40-inch length. If you take a look at 43-inch length, in New River there was 35 data points or 35 citations that were issued, and the average weight of all of those was 18.52 pounds. In Musky America, the average weight for 39 catches was 21.10 pounds. Now, so the fish in New River at 43 inches are about 2 pounds, over 2.5 pounds lighter than they are, as reported by Musky America. Now, if you take a look at the 45-inch fish, 45-inch fish in New River, there's 28 reports, citation reports. The average weight was 22.65 pounds, whereas in Musky America, the average weight was 24.76 pounds. So as you can see, it's about a 2-pound difference there. The Musky America reports about a 2-pound difference. So indeed, looks like the muskies in New River are a little bit skinnier than the muskies that were reported in Musky America. So that indicates possibly that the bait fish are being ate up by all the big smallmouths and the big muskies being released back into the fishery. Now, do I think that New River already has the state record for the state record muskie, and it also has a state record for the state record smallmouth. Do I think that those state records can be beat? Yes, I think they can be beat. Do I think there's actually a world record muskie that could come out of New River? Possibly, but with all these big fish being let back out into the waters, and there's an awful lot of big fish out there preying on the bait fish. So these big muskies and big smallmouths, there being so many of them, that they really can't. They're really having a problem with competing with each other. Now, this is the data for the James River, and I'm pretty sure that if I did this same sort of analysis for the James River, I would come up with also those muskies being a little bit on the lightweight side as compared to the muskies from Musky America. As you can see here from the James River data there, the smallmouth bass, which is the graph here in blue, is actually, they've decreased over the years, whereas the muskies, the one in the yellow here, or orange, they've actually increased. And I also did the same thing for the New River fishery, and that comes up here in a little bit, and you can see that the smallmouth bass there, they've been on the decline there, and this is the year 2000 to 2017. Smallmouth bass are on the decline, possibly due to the fact that the muskies are eating up all the bait fish, and there's not as many bait fish available for the smallmouths. And also perhaps due to the muskies' predation on the smallmouth, because a big muskie can eat a walleye, or a big walleye, or a smallmouth. They're big fish compared to smallmouth bass, and you can see that the muskie here are on the increase. And with all the big muskies and big smallmouths being released back into the fishery, it's understandable that these fish aren't going to achieve the growth that if there weren't so many big ones put back in the waters, that they would be able to achieve. So, is releasing all these big fish back into the fishery beneficial? Well, it's good, and it means that there's a lot of big fish in the fishery, but it means that these big fish are competing with each other, and that has a negative impact on them being able to achieve a really, really gigantic size. So that's what the data shows, and I admit that the data is, there's a lot of data and there's a lot of data points, and the data pretty well is consistent pretty well. It shows that the muskies in New River compared to the muskies reported by Musky America are a little bit smaller in poundage than the muskies reported in Musky America. But there needs to be some more analysis done in the future and down the road here in another 5 years or so. And I sincerely hope that Virginia Game and Inland Fisheries continues to publish their citation data, and I would like to see them not only for all the citation data. I'd like to see them have the weight in pounds and ounces, plus also have the length, and not just one or the other. I'd like to see both of them. And also, it'd be very advantageous if they were to put in there what county the fish was caught in, because I also did some analysis of the trout fishery in Virginia, and a lot of the trout streams in Virginia have the same name. For example, Stony Creek is a very, very popular name in Virginia. There's a lot of creeks called Stony Creek, and there's a lot of creeks called Mill Creek. So if they would put down what county the fish was caught in, they could actually wouldn't even have to increase the data fields. They could just put that in after the water. They could put, for example, Big Stony Creek dash Giles, and that would tell them what water it was caught in, plus also what county it was caught in. That'd be great if they could do that. But anyway, thanks a lot. I hope you folks liked the video, and I'll be posting more videos on fishing and a lot of other things outdoors. So please subscribe to my videos if you like my videos. I certainly appreciate it. Thanks a lot, and you folks have a nice day.